keeping a watchful eye on Hutchinson Elementary School, a building abandoned by the school district but still valued by neighbors.
This thing was built in 1916, almost 100 years. It's 99 years old.
It was May when they first alerted me to the illegal scrapping going on inside. What would it look like today?
So how often are they in there? Every day?
All day, every.
Crazy what's going on in there.
We decide to check things out. Leon, a neighbor from across the street, wants to pack heat.
No, you don't need a pistol.
You got one?
No.
You got one?
I'm good.
See, Leon cares. Not only does he have to live with the metal thieves' aftermath, but this is where he started his education.
Oh, I used to go to this school.
You did when you were a little boy.
Oh, kindergarten.
Each step into the vacant school building cuts away at Leon's memories. In just a few weeks' time, the pipes are missing, classrooms ripped apart, and windows busted.
Look at this.
We head to the second floor, discover more destruction, and run into Corey.
So what you doing up in here?
I'm trying to get some money.
But you're breaking into a school and stealing.
It's an open school. It's open.
So do you think because it's open you're allowed to do this?
I sure do.
Corey has no guilt, no remorse.
I didn't get about $3,000 out the school here.
Corey admits he's an illegal scrapper.
The scrappers, right? They are tearing the city apart.
Politicians, including Mayor Dolan, declared war on illegal scrappers. Laws were changed. Paper trails created at the scrapyards to help catch the thieves. Changes that haven't slowed down people like Corey.
You're breaking the law.
I don't care.
Because today he's after money, and the ceiling lights will bring him cash.
5 of these things is only worth $100.
I keep asking questions.
Do you feel bad doing this?
Do I feel bad? I mean, of course, occasionally.
Corey keeps talking.
My cousin kept talking about the school. Like, I ain't about to hit that school. You crazy? But one day I was just walking around and came and it was open. And like, this is like fresh meat, you know what I mean?
Leon wanders the halls in disgust. His disappointment is not so much with Corey, but with the cops.
My neighbor used to call the cops every day. Every day. What did they do? You can't do anything. They don't come out, they don't do anything.
Corey's not worried about the cops either. At one point, he hands me a copy of a lawsuit in an unrelated case. He could care less that I now have his complete name and address.
See your time on the news. I love you. Look, here's my lawsuit.
You're not going to love me when the cops see this video.
Hey, I don't care. They ain't going to do nothing to me.
And they didn't. I called 911 before entering the school. About 40 minutes later, so Detroit police did arrive. They sent a supervisor, and I'm being told, despite us having the name and the young gentleman's address, he does live just down the street. They can't arrest him because they didn't catch him inside the building. I did call when they were still inside the building. They just didn't get here in time. Leon isn't shocked at the cops' reaction. He isn't even fazed. For him, it's life outside Detroit's comeback zone. His school, he knows, is beyond saving because too few people seem to care.
It's already done. It's destroyed.
On Detroit's east side, Ronnie Dahl, 7 Action News.
And of course, Ronnie's been exposing scrappers all over Detroit, and it is a big problem as the city tries to revitalize its neighborhoods.
It is indeed. Joining us now from our downtown studios, Detroit Assistant Police Chief Steve Dolan and Sergeant Rebecca Mckay, who is on DPD's Illegal Scrapper Task Force. Thank you both for joining us. Now, Assistant Chief Dolan, let's start with you. An illegal scrapper on tape confessing and saying, you know, I really don't care. The police aren't going to do anything to me. Does this fly in the face of your department?
It's upsetting. We are submitting a warrant on him. Unfortunately, because it's not a violent crime, he's right. We get him, we take him to the court, and they let him go because it's not a violent crime because of the overcrowding in the jails.
Sergeant Mckay, this isn't homes also being targeted anymore. So they're going after churches, schools, manhole covers. They're taking about everything that isn't nailed down. In fact, if it was nailed down, I'm pretty convinced they'd take the nails.
You're absolutely right. We have been working very hard to combat this problem. We have been in existence for several years. We've made hundreds of arrests. Hundreds of prosecutions have been successful. It is an ongoing effort, and it is not going unnoticed.
Now, the impression is that you're not working as hard as probably you need to, because we just saw the guy still out there. There's really very little fear that the police will do anything. And I know what you're saying is that it's the court system is not doing anything, but the bottom line is everybody thinks they can get away with it.
The sad part is we are arresting them, and we do take them to jail, and they're released usually on personal recognizance. And when they do get to court, it is what it is. Again, it's not a violent crime. It's not a Party 1 crime. It is decimating the city. We're not happy with it. Rebecca works with a good crew. She works in conjunction with DTE. They do a very good job. In fact, people criticize the job she does because she does it well. So it stinks, but it's because people like that this Corey guy, doesn't have the willpower to get a real job or keep himself clean, and he blames us.
Assistant Chief Dolan, let me ask you this. Can we get tougher on scrapyards? I know I've done stories on churches where they have come in and just ripped churches apart. I mean, these scrappers are going in and getting money. Anything we can do to make it tougher on scrapyards?
Well, Rebecca?
Well, we have been. It's been an ongoing effort. We have numerous violations against scrapyards. Scrapyard managers, owners, scale operators have been arrested, charged with crimes. We continue to monitor and regulate the scrapyards. There have been business licensing hearings in regard to scrapyards that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Scrapyards have entered into stipulated agreements or a probation of sorts to try to get themselves back into compliance. So it is an ongoing effort and an uphill climb, to say the least.
All right, Assistant Police Chief Dolan and Sergeant Mckay, thank you both. By the way, you can report illegal scrapping and dumping if you'd like. You can call our tip line here, or the city's tip line, 313-235-4359. Give it a shot, 313-235-4359.
All right, still ahead.